What's up, y'all? Anime Bones. It's been a minute. Alright, I went to LA, checked some things out. I might have a clip to pull up for y'all. Crazy anime store. If y'all go to LA, there's a place called Anime Station. It's in a little Tokyo town or whatever. That place is fire. Alright, but I wanted to have a video today talking about the best of arcs of anime. Alright, so this video right here will be the top 5 best anime arcs of all time. Now listen, this is non-biasing. So, meaning this ain't no opinion that's going to be like heavily favored because I like something more. And this should be the same to you when you watch this list. This is non-biased. You don't be, oh, this is my favorite, so now this should be there. No. Let's be unbiased. And this will be top 5 arcs that had the best plot twist or impact, biggest hype moment. Not impact, we're taking that away. Not about popularity or what most people know or everyone knows. Like, no. This is just actually how great the arc was in itself. Okay, so there's going to be some, it's only 5, top 5, so obviously there's going to be some missing because there's so many anime arcs in the world. But we're not doing it off the popular ones. Alright, this is just in terms of actually how good the plot was and the show was and how exciting and how much anxiety it gave you and how good it was in general. Okay? Now, let's start with top 5. Top 5 off the rip. Let me learn how to read this because this name be messing my head up. Now, Attack on Titan Return to Shinagashina. Well, that's when Zeke and them was having war on the wall. That right there, fire. First of all, we just met Zeke. We finally see what he's doing. He the Beast Titan. That's crazy. And this nigga's talking as a Titan. That shit was crazy, right? Then we got this nigga throwing rocks, killing people left and right. Then we got Erwin and his crazy speech telling everyone like, yo, let's die, but let's die for a reason. He said, yo, if we gonna die, let's do our job, let's do our due diligence, as the people say, and let's die for a purpose. He inspired me. I was about to go die that day, and then he made everyone go do it, and he died himself. Big impact, big impact. Then we got Zeke, the first time he ever whooped Zeke's ass out of the 100 times that's going to come in the future. The beef started right there. The Zeke versus Levi beef started right there. And it's still going on to this day. And then the biggest moment at the end is when Armin died and they had to pick against Erwin and Armin and who to bring back. That arc right there, crazy. It's so much anxiety, so much excitement, so much you just sad because people dying. That arc was great. Number 5, and you can't hate. Hey, listen. All these arcs are 100% a top 10, no matter how you put it, no matter how you think in your opinion. All these arcs in this top 5 that I'm making at least got to be in your top 10, and you got to admit that's a great arc. Now number 4. Now some of y'all might think this should be a bit higher, but I'm here to tell you it's not. All right, now. This list will be messed up because there are going to be so many more anime, manga, or there's going to be so many more arcs that's yet to be animated. But anytime you make this kind of video, there will always be more parts that will be, made in manga that hasn't been animated yet. So we're going to miss out on some arcs that's going to happen. So it should be an incident. It's not going to be in here because we haven't seen it in other parts, But number 4, Marineford. Now listen, hear me out. Now, One Piece hasn't ended yet, and we know that Oda said he's going to make a bigger war arc than Marineford. So that will probably even be better than Marineford. I'm 100% sure it will be. But let's be honest here, Marineford, like, Ace died, and it was cool seeing the admirals fight and getting action, and everyone was there, and Whitebeard died. But no one really went all out. And not saying that everyone has to go all out all the time, but, like, no one really went all out. It was really just trying to save Ace. And then, that was it. People was, stopping you here and there. But other than that, at least, the main people we care about, other than even Whitebeard, I don't even think he went all out. He was just old, and he just tried his best. No one went all out, so it was, it just wasn't, it was hype. It was exciting. That's why I have it at number 4. But it definitely had room to get better. I know people love it because it's, one of the biggest arcs in One Piece, but relax. It's number 4, bro. That's high as hell out of all the arcs in the world. But we do know that One Piece will have a better war arc, and that will probably even top this and make it even higher on the list once it does get animated. Okay, and then Ace, he died in a dumb way, but we're not here to debate that. I love Ace, but they killed him on some dumb shit. Now, number 3. This number 3 right here was fire, and y'all gotta admit it. The Chimera Ant arc, Hunter x Hunter. Now, personally, I love Hunter x Hunter, but I definitely do think the Chimera Ant arc carried the show. And another thing that really makes it number 3 for me is the whole entire arc I was getting anxiety because they really made you feel the presence of how scary these niggas was. Like just like I said with Marineford, I wasn't really scared. Like you know what I mean? I seen Luffy, seen what he was going up against, and he had odds against him, but I wasn't really scared. You know, in the Chimera and Arc, these niggas were so strong. This nigga lost all his hair and got bald. Like I felt the presence of how serious the situation was. Like Kite was cool and he was a strong guy, and he just got his head taken off, and then got turned into a zombie that could be controlled. Like the sinister presence, like just how dark things was in that arc. The tension stayed high like every episode. Then we had the legendary Gon fight and the legendary King fight, and bro, like then we seen Kill was Grandpa come in. Like bro, that arc was mwah, it was a chef's kiss. Okay, that's why everyone knows that arc. Everyone knows it's the top arc, and I really think it's because the tension that it keeps throughout that whole thing. That's my opinion. That's number 3. Now number 2. People are sleeping on this. People sleep on Bleach. Okay, and I'm going with the Espada arc, the whole Espada arc, including Huecamundo, and when they went to the actual town to fight everyone, and you know Ichigo versus Aizen. Now, that was fire. Y'all, it's like Grimmjow versus Ichigo versus Ulquiorra. Then we got freaking somebody. The first Espada fight. The second was Suifon. My boy Toshiro, Bankai versus Third Espada. Then we got Jin versus Aizen, bam, plot twist. Then we got Aizen versus Ichigo. Then we got Muigetsu. Then we seen Ichigo dad come in. We seen the Wizards come in. Like, bro, then we seen Captain Yamamoto fight without his sword and was still getting busy. Like, that arc was great. The only thing I would argue is that maybe 1,000 Year Blood War arc will go in front of it, but it has yet to be fully animated yet. Now, if the first part alone that came out, I would say it has a good chance because that shit's fire. But I feel like the Espada arc is really what made Bleach as famous as it is. I mean, it carried it. Like, it's the first one. Like, 1,000 Year Blood arc, it came 10, 12 years later after the show ended. And, of course, it's hype. Of course, it's going to be heat. But the Espada arc is what made Bleach. That and the Soul Society arc. But the Espada arc was definitely way better. And before we get to number 1, we got our honorable mentions. All right, now these are probably the ones y'all think like, well, where's this arc? Where's this arc? We got the Namek Saga, Goku vs Frieza. Now I'm not gonna get into details on every single honorable mention, but all I'm gonna say is there really wasn't much to it other than the Goku vs Frieza fight. The Ginyu Force was cool, but other than that, it was just kind of like Goku the whole time just whipping ass. And that's my problem with it and why I wouldn't put it as higher. Now it was legendary and it made the show what it is. But still, in terms of just watching it and comparing it to other arcs, it wasn't as good as them. Another one, the Dark Tournament arc, Yu Yu Hakusho. I definitely wanted to put this arc in there, but I had to be honest, and it just wasn't better than these 5. Now, it is the best tournament arc of all time, I will admit, and I do love Yu Yu Hakusho, but it's not to me. It's just not better than these 5 arcs. All right, is there another one I'm missing? And then another honorable mention. Now this might be more so for me, but JoJo's Part 5. JoJo's Part 5. This is my favorite JoJo's part. Now that part, it really was carried by the side cast because Yurno was cool, but every one of the side characters was just cool. Bruno, Narancia, Mista, my favorite. Great arc. All right, now to number 1. So we can't have a top 5 anime arc and not have Naruto in it. Now sit there and guess which Naruto arc it is. And y'all not gonna like the one I pick, but this is the one that made the show. And that is the Sasuke retrieval arc. And yeah, I said it, bro. Every character in that arc literally had their own moment to shine. All the way to Choji. Nigga, nobody didn't give a hell. No one gave a fuck about Choji. Who cared about Choji? Who cared about? No one even liked Choji. And he had one of the best moments. Neji came back, had his final moment before he was washed away in Shippuden. Freaking Kiba. No one even likes Kiba. Everyone. Then the ultimate, one of the top. Now this is 100% the top 5 anime fight of all time. The Part 1 Naruto vs Sasuke. I don't think Part 2 Naruto vs Sasuke was even messed with. Like Part 1 was just amazing. That was really a chef's kiss. That was amazing. Top 5 anime. I think it's the best anime fight of all time. So it gotta be the Sasuke retrieval arc. Best arc, Kimimaru, Gara came back, Rock Lee came back. My boy Rock, this is some basketball shit. Rock Lee came back off his ACL tear and still showed niggas he had it. He got drunk and start getting busy with niggas off the ACL tear. So that's definitely my top 5. Let me know if y'all would agree or even have those arcs in the top 5. All right, I know everyone's so different, but seriously, don't try to be biased in terms of just how good the arc is. Try to make your top 5 and comment it and let me know. All right, that's all. I'll be back, man. Make some more videos, be more consistent. Anime Bones out.